Ladies and gentlemen, my name is KyleAye, and I am your coach of the Miami Donphans, and we are the only team that matters. And today, welcome to the official draft breakdown, draft analysis, draft recap, however you want to word it, for WBE World Battle Entertainment Season 2 for the Miami Donphans. And I am so excited for this league, guys. The WBE is probably, like, literally, probably my favorite league, actually. Probably my favorite league. It's kind of hard to say that because I run my own league. But, and my league, Pokemon 4 Glory, or the P4G, is super fun too. We do a lot of, like, this season we're doing tier 3 and below, so it's all low tier mons. But I love the WBE because it's all about entertainment. So if you guys don't know me, like I said, my name is KyleAye. You can call me Kyle, call me KyleAye, call me whatever you want. The GOAT, never lost, I don't care. You can do whatever, okay? I play for fun. That's how I like to play the game. I like to have fun. I like to do it for style points and style points. I like to run, you know, like funny, like weird off the wall things and try and get them to work. And I have a lot of fun doing it. And this league is cool because it's just a lot of superstar content creators, and we share a mission in this one. You know, it's just to have good battles, and you know, just make some good videos for you guys. So if you are new here, I would greatly appreciate if you considered hitting the subscribe button. I know a lot of people probably posted their draft recaps yesterday, but I have been super busy with work, so I believe mine's gonna probably go up the next day on Sunday when everybody else probably uploaded theirs on Saturday, right after the draft stream. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna basically break down my picks here, and I'll kind of explain the format here pretty much for whenever we start. So we draft 11 Pokemon, and which are varied between different tiers, tiers 1 through 5, and then you have a Mega. Mega has its own tier, and then we have 4 free picks, which basically you get like a point total value, and that kind of takes into effect, and your Mega can kind of depict that, and I'll kind of talk about that as we go. But guys, okay, without further ado, let's get into our first pick. The first pick, I think I was like 7th overall or 8th overall or something, and I went with Mega Charizard X, bro. The X factor, we're gonna throw up the X, and oh man, and even Chemical X. All right, even Chemical X. No, but for real though, man, Mega Charizard X is such an awesome Pokemon. I took my Mega first. It's a tier 1 Mega, so I did lose some of my free points whenever it goes towards those at the end. You see how over here on the right side it says like Mega Charizard X in the Mega slot, and then there's those 4 free slots. So I actually sacrificed, I believe, 40 points out of 400. So normally you have 400 free points. I only now have 360 to do this. But I got an awesome Fire and Dragon type Pokemon here for my Mega. Keeping the 100 base speed, so it's right there. Speed ties, you know, with Victini, Mew, Jirachi, Manaphy, Shaman, you know, all those little base 100 guys there. But 111 defense and 85 special defense. Okay, so it can be kind of bulky, 78 HP. I know you can run like Roost and that kind of stuff, but this thing has 130 in attack and special attack. Both attacks are 130, so this could be, you know, especially offensive. It could be physically offensive because the Tough Claws ability is going to power up those physical moves, okay? So, oh man, I've wanted this thing from the jump, okay? I wanted this thing ever since Gen 6 Draft League battles, but I never really got a chance to get it, or like maybe like the 1 time or 2 times that I was able to get it, I had a different vision in mind, or there was something else I wanted on the table, and I'm really excited to get this because if I can pair it with some good support, or maybe even some hazard removal, I think that Charizard X could be very good because once it does Mega Evolve and becomes that Dragon type, it actually is no longer quad weak to rocks. So it's really only weak to dragon, ground, and rock, but it's not ×4 weak to rock. So that's going to be very helpful here. And I'm excited. So it's no longer weak to water. It's no longer weak to electric. So, and in fact, it resists electric now. So pretty dope, pretty dope. But that's first one. Yeah, that's the first one right there. But I wanted to actually pair this pick with something else. So I'm starting my Fairy Dragon Steel core and my Fire Water Grass core. Now, those are the two main cores in a Draft League format, and guys, I wanted Tapu Fini originally, but it got sniped literally. The boy, Shady Penguin, and the New York Yankees literally were the pick before me, and they took Tapu Fini, so I was like, oh man, so without Tapu Fini, I basically had to make a whole new draft plan, but I was like, oh my god, Zardex, it is time, boys. So I paired this up next with a different Fairy Water type, and I got Azumarill. Okay, so Azumarill, you guys already know this thing. It gets some amazing abilities here in Sap Sipper and in Huge Power, okay, and in Thick Fat. But Thick Fat doesn't really help it too much because of the fact that, I mean, it already is going to resist fire and ice, so Thick Fat doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like, it's a great ability, but not really for this typing. It doesn't really benefit much. But Huge Power, if you don't know, it literally doubles. It doubles the attack stat, okay? So it only has 50 base attack, okay, whatever, but it's literally doubled, okay? So that's something huge to keep in mind. It's a bit bulky here with 80 in the defenses and 100 in HP. It's not very fast with only 50 speed, but it does get stab priority with Aqua Jet. So Aqua Jet is going to be obviously boosted up by Huge Power, so it's going to hit very hard plus stab. And not to mention, this thing gets access to Belly Drum, as you already knew. And then in Gen 7, I believe I don't think in just regular Sun and Moon, I think it was in Ultra. But now it gets access to Liquidation, which is a very, very hard-hitting Water-type move. Some run it over Waterfall, and it's awesome. It gets access to Knockoff, but Huge Power, incredible, and it just has such a wide move pool, you know what I mean? It's got Stab, Play Rough, you know what I mean? And it's just the fact that it could also potentially have a Grass-type immunity. So being immune to a potential weakness is something that is huge. I've always kind of wanted to use Azu. Sometimes I see it go undrafted, sometimes I see it go drafted late, sometimes I see it go early. I think I may have taken it early, but I really wanted to make sure that I got it because I wasn't sure if I would be able to get like Primarina, and I really wasn't sure about what other water type I wanted. So looking at this, I know that I've already got a Fairy Water type and I have a Fire Dragon type. So the dream would be to get a Grass Steel type, right? Like Ferrothorn. But one thing you need to know about me, guys, is that I don't draft ugly Pokemon. I literally don't do it. So I will play. If it puts me at a disadvantage, oh well, I like to play with the things that I think are cool and the things that I enjoy, the things that I have fun with. So I don't pick ugly Pokemon. I'm sorry, I just don't. So I'm not going to pick Ferrothorn. Luckily, I mean, it got sniped, or it got taken anyways right before me. But I'm up next, and I'm looking, and I see, boom, Celebi, okay? I see Celebi, all right? And I think Celebi's really cool. I was looking at this and potentially something else, and I don't even remember what it was at the time. But Celebi is one of those base 100 legendaries where it has 100 in every single stat, right? Grass Psychic type, so it is quad weak to Bug. So that's something that I do have to keep in mind. So quad weak to U-turn does kind of suck, but the fact that this thing gets Nasty Plot, it can make it a very powerful special sweeper, potentially. Grass Stab, Psychic Stab are going to be great. It gets access to Stealth Rocks, which is going to be awesome. It gets reliable recovery. It even gets U-turn. It gets Leech Seed, Thunder Wave. I thought it gets... do you get Synthesis? You do. Okay, you do get Synthesis. Okay. All right. I was just making sure. I wasn't 100% sure, but it also has physical moves that I can hit with as well. So you know, this boy is looking pretty clean. You know, it gets Seed Bomb, Zen Headbutt. So dual stab on both sides of the spectrum are very nice, and then it gets a few little gems in there that I found, that I found while I was doing some research. And thank you to Pokemon Crystal on the Virtual Console, shiny Celebi is now legit. You can now legitimately obtain a shiny Celebi and get it into Ultra Sun and Moon. So I think I might be running the shiny one. I'm not sure. I'm definitely running regular Charizard X and regular Azumarill because I don't like their shinies, but I'll probably alternate with Celebi because the pink one is just too clean, okay? It's just too clean, but I definitely needed a Stealth Rocker, and I thought the Celebi would be really awesome. And I'm looking at my team now, and I'm like, okay, I already got a Rocker. I would like at least one more Stealth Rocker. I want at least two because that was a problem I had in the APA, which is I actually made it to the championship game. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for you if I won or lost, but I've never lost. Spoiler alert, I've never lost. But anyways, guys, you should go check out that game. I played against my buddy 6-Foot Hacks, aka Leo 6-Foot Hacks. My buddy Leo. But looking at my team here, I've already got my Fire, Water, Grass core, and I have a Fairy and a Dragon. So I still need a Steel type to pick up later. I have a Stealth Rocker. Technically, I guess Charizard gets Defog, so I have a Defogger if I really wanted to. But I'm looking at something else, and I needed some removal. It's time to roll out. I took the mascot pick, baby, Donphan. Donphan, welcome to the squad, okay? I got another Stealth Rocker, a very reliable one at that, a very reliable one, with access to knockoff. Did you guys, I don't know if everybody knows, but Donphan gets some pretty sneaky moves. This buddy right here gets some moves, and he has 120 base attack and 120 defense, okay? And 90 HP. His Spadef's only 60, I think. Yeah, 60, and his speed is 50. So same speed as Azumarill, but very bulky with 120 defense and 90 HP on the physical side. 120 attack, this thing gets knockoff, it gets Earthquake, it gets Rapid Spin, which are three things that are going to be very, very essential to the season. It also gets some great coverage like Gunk Shot, Fire Fang, Play Rough, Seed Bomb. What else you get? Iron Tail, I think. Thunder Fang. Like this boy right here, priority Ice Shard. Like Donphan gets an incredible move pool. It gets Rock Smash, EQ, so it even gets Fissure. No, I'm just kidding. I can't bring that. But no, it's I'm really excited for this thing, and I think Donphan would be really cool. It's I used it once, like a long time ago, back whenever I think it may have been P4G Season 1. I used Donphan. But since then, I've kind of found my wave, and I've kind of discovered the way that I like to play the game. And now, I play for the crazy sets and for the fun stuff and that's how I like to play it, man. That's how I like to play. I'm like kind of stuttering or fumbling my words just because like I don't know, man. That's really what it is. We're the only team that matters. We try and do it. We're the underdogs you can believe in. I started in Draft League. I had seasons where I was like 2-13. I only won 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. I don't know. And I've improved, and I've gotten to in WBE Season 1, I was in playoffs. In the APA Season 3, which was my first season in the APA, very notable battlers. I made it to the championship game. And I won the XBL, which the XBL, the Extreme Battle League, is my buddy Papa C runs a league, and it's literally the meme league. It's literally the Style Points league, and I won. So that was kind of a calling to me. I guess I just really spoiled that one. But, that was kind of a calling to me for how I play the game, and really a wake-up call. Really, WBE Season 1 was a wake-up call saying, Kyle, like, this is what you do. So, do it to the best of your ability. So that's why I like to play like this. So I got Donphan here because he's got some awesome moves, and I needed a Rapid Spinner anyways. So I'm like, yeah, let's get it. But now I'm looking at the squad, okay? I'm looking at the squad, and I was like, all right, well, here's what I know I need. I know I need a Ghost immunity. I know I need a another initiative user with U-turn or Volt Switch or whatever, and I needed some more type coverage. I need some more type coverage, okay? So I'm looking and I see my boy. Oh, that's Celebi. I see my boy. That's still Celebi. Why are those out of order? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Now I see my boy. All right, right here. All right, I got Heliosk. Now, guys, Heliosk is awesome because I have used, I think I also used Heliosk on the same team I used Donphan on, but I love this Pokemon, okay? Base 109 speed, okay? So just slightly slower than Raichu, but it's faster than all those base 100s. So, pretty fast Pokemon. It gets obviously it gets Volt Switch, but it also gets U-turn. So if my opponent does have a Volt Absorb Mon or Lightning Rod or Motor Drive or any of those, whatever, or a Ground type, I can still U-turn. So that's pretty awesome. It gets access to Surf, Grass Knot, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse. Like it gets some pretty awesome moves. Of course, there's always Hidden Power. You know what I mean? But it gets. I really like Heliosk as a mon here because it also has 109 special attack. It's great with the Choice Scarf, Choice Specs. It's kind of has a solid special defense stat with I think it has like 94 actually, 94 in special defense, so that's pretty cool. And it has 3 abilities that really help out with weather. At this point in the draft, I've kind of determined that I'm not really looking for a weather team, but if I have to play against one, whether it be sand or rain or sun, I have 3 potential abilities that can help me out here in Dry Skin, which gives me a water type immunity. So, boom, that's pretty dope. I also have Sand Veil, so if I wanted to do some cheeky stuff where I'm like kind of evasive in the sand, that works out too. And then I have Solar Power if I'm ever in a sun situation, which I do have Mega Charizard X, so maybe the sun may be a good thing. You know what I mean? I could get off some synthesis in the sun with Celebi. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm just saying, I really like Heliosk here. I think it's an incredible mon, and I'm excited to have it on the squad here. So I'm looking at my team now. I'm like, okay, I definitely need some bulk at this point. I was like, I got some hitters here, right? I got Celebi's pretty bulky, but I'm an offensive player, so I'm not going to use like defensive Charizard all the time. Like maybe once in a while I might bust it out, but I like to go in, you know what I mean? I like to get in there. So I'm like, okay, I definitely need something. Maybe a third Stealth Rocker could be very helpful, so that way I'm not like, you know, always depending on Celebi to be defensive or depending on Donphan to carry rocks. But then I saw Bronzong. Now, look, in my opinion, I believe Dan feels the same way. I think I've heard him say this before. In my opinion, Bronzong is the best Tier 4 Pokemon. Like, I think it could be Tier 3. I think it's the best Tier 4 Pokemon. If not, then it's definitely in the top 2. Behind, I don't know. I always thought Swellow was a very dominant Tier 4 Pokemon. Now it's in Tier 3 in a lot of leagues. But Bronzong this is something that you can literally bring every single, like, you can bring it to every single game. So I didn't even care that I had dual psychic types with Celebi. Like, I really could care less because this thing is so good. It's only weak to Dark Fire, Ghost, and Ground, but it gets Levitate, so it can have a ground immunity, and it gets Heat Proof, which can it's not like a fire immunity, but I think it does like half damage or something. Yeah, it cuts fire moves in half. Okay, so I didn't want to say the wrong thing, but it's only got 33 speed, which is great actually because Gyro Ball goes by how slow you are. You know, Electro Ball goes by how fast you are. Gyro Ball goes by how slow you are. So that's pretty cool here that it does have access to that. It gets Stealth Rocks. Okay, so that's something that's really going to be clutch for me. But this thing is just so bulky. It's only got 67 HP, but it has 116 in each of the defenses. And it's not really even that weak. It has 89 attack and 79 special attack. Like, it could be worse. I mean, that's not great by any means, but it could be worse. And it gets some pretty cool moves. It gets Ancient Power if I wanted to try and get a boost. It gets Calm Mind. It gets Earthquake. This buddy's not even on the ground. He's like a floating bell, and he gets Earthquake, but okay. But he gets a lot of moves that don't really depend too much on stats. You know, he gets things like Gyro Ball and Grass Knot, which are going to go off weight and speed. It gets access to screens. It gets Payback, which would be pretty cool. It gets access to weather, like Sunny Day and Rain Dance, if I did want to go that route. Shadow Ball, it's pretty cool. It even gets access to Trick Room. So if I really am not a fan of Trick Room, but I might be down to throw it out, you know, once or twice, like maybe. Hey, you never know. But Bronzong is really cool. I've always wanted to use it. Kind of like Zard X, because like I said, it's so reliable. It's something that you can always bring. Like literally, I've seen people get Bronzong and bring it every single time, and it doesn't hinder them. Like even if their opponent knows it's coming, it's so good. Like, yeah, it's weak to knockoff. Okay, so what? Like, you can only knock off an item one time, you know what I mean? But welcome to the team, Bronzong. Very excited to have you. And man, I was looking at my squad right now, and you know what I need? I need some shinies, man. I need a shiny, okay? Because I'm like, man, I'm using regular Bronzong. I'm using regular everything except Celebi. I'll probably alternate. So I definitely needed a shiny with my next pick. That's what I knew, like determined. I needed a shiny. I was still looking. I kind of wanted some bulk. I wanted some recovery. And I wanted something I've never used before. So I was looking. Boom, and I got Umbreon. Now I'm definitely bringing the shiny Umbreon. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We'll get the blue in there. We'll get the nice little blue on the black, and I think it's gonna look clean. But Umbreon, I definitely wanted to bring to the team. A lot of people don't like Umbreon. They think it's annoying, and I'll be honest. Part of the reason why I wanted it is so I wouldn't have to go against it, because I hate going against this Pokemon. Okay, I hate it. But it is only weak to a couple things here. Being Bug and Fighting and Fairy. So only got 3 weaknesses here. I can kind of handle those well. In my opinion, I'll be able to, build around those and kind of figure this out. But Umbreon, 130 special defense, 110 physical defense, and 95 HP. This boy ain't going nowhere. 65 speed, 65 attack, and I think 60 special attack. So pretty decent. Obviously, when people usually do this, they do like Wish Protect, Toxic, Leftovers, Foul Play or something, okay? I'm not a Wish Protect guy. It's not what I do, okay? I might be down to do like a slow baton pass, maybe throw up some wishes every now and then, but I'm not a Wish Protect stall guy, okay? That's not what I do. That stuff is so lame to me. That's not what I do. But I may have to bust it out a game or two. As long as, if I ever had to, though, I would make sure I had plenty of heat around it, okay? Because its move pool kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie, it kind of sucks. It kind of really needs those things. But it does get Moonlight, it gets Heal Bell, which is another thing that I wanted. If I could have a bulky Cleric on my team, that'd be pretty cool. And there's not really too much about it. It gets access to Curse. So there's a few little things here that I'm looking at that I can probably make work. But for the most part, it's here for bulk. It's here to look cool and be shiny, and it's here so I don't have to play against it. Okay, I'll keep it. I'll actually keep it 100. I'll keep it 200 with y'all. 300. Okay, I'll keep it 300 with y'all. I got this thing because I like it shiny, and so I don't have to play against it. Boom. The other things that it's being a cleric and it has recovery, those are just added bonuses, okay? Like, straight up. But anyways, I brought back Porygon 2, guys. Next pick, I brought back Porygon 2. Now, guys, let me tell you this. I was going to take Gengar right here. I was going to take Gengar because I felt like if I had Gengar, my team would be so freaking good. Maybe the best team I ever drafted if I had Gengar. But I know y'all love Porygon 2, man. I know you guys love it. I bring crazy Porygon 2 stuff. I did like a Curse Sleep Talk Facade, like offensive Porygon 2 before. I did Agility Porygon 2 in the playoffs against A-Drive. I had like in APA, I did like I'm always running some sort of trace, like try to use my opponent's strats against them. I don't know. I like Porygon too, man, because yeah, this thing is a bulky boy. This boy does not die. 85 HP, 90 defense, 95 special defense with an Eviolite. Okay, so that boy is bulky, but has 105 special attack and 80 attack. It gets recover, foul play, like. This boy is too good, man. It's a normal type, so you know its recovery is just stupid. Like, or not recovery, its move pool is stupid. It gets access to just about everything. And it even gets some cool stuff like Zap Cannon, so, you know, maybe we'll try that and see how many times it takes us to hit a Zap Cannon. I brought a Zap Cannon on Regice before in XBL, and I think I missed it like 4 times in a row, and I just kept clicking it because I thought it was funny. So, but Porygon 2, welcome to the team. I don't really have too much to say about it because if you guys have ever seen me using it, you'll like it. Check out my APA Season 3. I had Porygon 2 and people loved it, so my boy Dry is coming back again, okay? I had to bring him back. But now looking at my next pick here, in this league we actually draft a Z Crystal. And I figured it was time. The boy brought home Normalium Z, okay? So I already know what you guys are thinking, Z Belly Drum, right? And yeah, you're right, but KyleAye, baby, I have so many things planned for Normalium Z. Like, you guys, yeah, I could do like Z Hyper Beam or Z whatever. Z Belly Drum Azu is probably going to come a few times. I could run Z Belly Drum Charizard because in this league, once I drafted Charizard X, I took Charizard Y off the board so no one could get Charizard Y and no one could get regular Charizard. And Charizard does get Belly Drum. We have the option of running either the Mega or the regular form, but if we run the regular form, we have to put a Z Crystal on it, and we don't have to Mega on the first turn. So maybe I could potentially even bring in Charizard and like switch out or attack and switch out and not use a Z Crystal or not Mega Evolve. I don't know. Like there's some mind games that can be played, but Normalium Z, I promise, is going to be awesome. I think you guys are going to like it. I got some fun. I got some super fun stuff planned. Okay, and up next, I definitely needed my Ghost type since I passed on Gengar and took Porygon 2. It literally got scooped up 2 picks later, I think, by Duncan. And I was like, oh, man, Duncan. And then I was like, can I trade? And he was like, no. And I was like, all right, man, that's cool. That was my fault. But I took Porygon 2 because why was Porygon 2 there in, like, round 8? Okay, like, that thing is too good. And I knew that you guys would hate me forever if I didn't take it. So I had to, okay? But up next, I had to get a Ghost type, and I went with Miss Magius, or Miss Magius, however you want to say it. Definitely another. This and Porygon are both going to be regular forms, not shiny here. I like the purple, man. But Miss Magius is pretty cool. I think it has like the perfect stats for like a solid Choice Scarf or Specs user, because it has 105. Like, it literally has 60 HP and physical defense, and then it has 105 special attack, special defense, and speed. 105. So it's faster than Mew. You know, it's going to outspeed all those little base 100s, and gets access to Taunt, Nasty Plot, Will-O-Wisp. You know what I mean? So it's got some pretty cool moves there. It can set up with Calm Mind, but it gets access to Foul Play. But in addition to that, it gets some really dope coverage, okay? It gets electric coverage, psychic coverage, fire coverage. Does it get water coverage? I guess Rain Dance, okay, but it gets Dazzling Gleam, it gets Aerial Ace, like, it's pretty cool, you know? And it gets Energy Ball, like, it even gets Headbutt, okay, but it gets Heal Belt, another Cleric. I just thought it was really cool to put on the team. I needed a Ghost type. I passed on Gengar, which was kind of unfortunate because I missed out on a potential Poison type as well, a potential Fairy Killer, but that's okay because we're going to make it through, boys. I promise you, we're going to make it through. And up next, I was looking at my team now, and I was like, okay, I got plenty of bulk. I got Bronzong, Porygon 2, Umbreon, Donphan, and I got Celebi. Like, I got 5 Pokemons. I'm straight now. Like, I'm good, okay? I am chillin'. So up next, I was like, all right, I just need an offensive wall breaker. I need something that's going to hit tremendously hard. Celebi is more than likely going to be especially offensive if I did bring it. Azu's physical. Charizard X can be either or, usually physical, and Miss Magius is more than likely special. Heliosk is special. So I wanted a physical wall breaker, something that I can just use to come out and just literally just decimate and just decimate them walls. I can knock down them walls, you feel me? So I got Heracross. Heracross is another thing that I've wanted to use forever. This is my last free pick here. If you take a look, I think I just took, I don't know which one of these is tier 4. Miss Magius might be tier 4, I think. Which was 60 points, and then Heracross, Umbreon, and Porygon 2 were all tier 3 for 100 points, I believe. Yeah, because then Zardex was 40. I think that's how my draft went. But Heracross, okay, you guys know how important fighting types can be in a draft. You have to know how important fighting types can be, okay? This thing, whew, oh my lord. It is quad weak to flying. That's something that I have to look out for. It's also weak to fairy, fire, and psychic, okay? So that's something that I have to look out for. But 125 physical attack, okay? 125. That's a hard-hitting boy right there. 80 HP, 95 special defense, so he's got a little bit of bulk. He's got 85 speed, so he's kind of in there where he's not fast, but he's not like the slowest. It's not like a hindrance. So we have some awesome abilities here that we can run in Guts. You know what I mean? We can run some Guts. Oh, I forgot to mention that Porygon 2 gets, or Umbreon gets Synchronize, which is pretty cool to share statuses if somebody does try to talk to me. Porygon 2 gets awesome abilities with Trace and Download, so I can, I can do something like that and copy some abilities there. And Miss Magius gets access to Levitate, so I have a ground immunity to help out my Heliosk. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Okay, but anyways, Heracross, it gets access to Guts, so I could run a Flame Orb, Toxic Orb. I could, if my opponent wants to bring T-Spikes, cool. I got Heracross, you know what I mean? So I got Guts. The option to, power up physical attack if I get a status condition is very powerful on something like this, which is already stupidly strong. So I look forward to that. It also gets access to Moxie. So I did have Crocodile last season in the WBE, and I had Moxie, which is super, super helpful on a team. Basically, if I could come in and get a quick kill, I get +1 physical attack, plus not to mention this thing gets access to Swords Dance. It gets knockoff, stab close combats. It does, unfortunately not, though, get U-turn, which sucks. It's a bug type that doesn't get U-turn. Like, it's so annoying to me. I think Pinsir's the same way. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that, but oh well, you know what I mean? It still gets I know it gets bug bite, but it does get Mega Horn. Now, I've never missed before, so I'm not going to miss a Mega Horn. I know I'm not going to. Knock on wood, knock on my DX Racer wood desk, you feel me? But yeah, Heracross, it's doesn't have the deepest move pool, but it does get some very valuable moves. Like I said, Swords Dance, it gets dual stab with very powerful dual stab moves, and access Earthquake knockoff. He's here to do damage. He's not here to really style that hard, but he's here to do damage. This boy is coming through damage. This boy is going to do some damage. All right, look at Heracross. Look at his buggy eyes, man. He's out here. He's smiling. He knows. He knows it's actually about to go down. It's going down for real. Looking at my last pick here. My last pick. I was looking at a few things. I don't have an ice type, which I don't really care. I have ice coverage on my Mon, so I think I'm all right. I don't have a rock type, which I was like, meh, I don't care. I got Donphan, I have a ground type. I have 3 Mons that get rocks. I don't really care. I have access to rock type moves. I don't really need rock stab. I think I'm all right. But I didn't have a poison type, and I was looking at the board, and I needed a tier 5, and I didn't know if I was going to get a poison type. I was kind of looking, and then I found this boy right here. Boop! Ariaduke. Now, look, hear me out on this, okay? Ariaduke, is it the best Mon in the world? No, it's not. It doesn't even have a single stat that breaks 100. In fact, its highest stat is its physical attack, which is 90. It's pretty trash, but it's also a second bug type on my team, which is pretty trash, okay? However, it does get access to sticky webs and toxic spikes. 2 things that can help I can sweep things with a zoom roll if I can get up especially if I can get up sticky webs and slow things down. Like, I might not have to spam Aqua Jet as much as I needed to, but I could wear things down with T-Spikes. If I could wear things down with T-Spikes, I'd be able to, you know, get some chip damage off, and I'd be able to hit them with my wall breakers. If I can slow things down with sticky webs, Charizard X is going to have a field day. That boy has 100 base speed, and if I can get sticky webs up, that's like a Choice Scarfed Mega right there, okay? That's a Choice Scarfed Mega right there. Not to mention it gets priority with Sucker Punch. It may even get Shadow Sneak. Do you get Shadow Sneak? I feel like you would learn that move. Yes, you do. Okay, you do get Shadow Sneak. It gets Dual Stab, X Scissor, you know what I'm saying? I think it gets like Poison Jab, maybe? Yeah, Poison Jab, okay. So it's got some kind of cheeky moves though, you know what I mean? So it gets access to Lunge, Leech Life, which is Leech Life has been powered up. It gets Mega Horn. I guess this little horn on his little forehead there can become a Mega Horn, so that's pretty cool. But this is the team, guys. I think that we can do some pretty cool stuff with Normalium Z, given the mons I have, and taking a look at thinking outside the box, thinking outside the creativity, you know what I mean? I bust my head, I left the hair behind, I got the mind, more room to think now, and the hair's coming back, by the way. You can tell it's coming back, but still. I hope you guys like the team here. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know what your favorite picks are. Let me know, and shout out to Pixar Entertainment, okay? But for real though, let me know which mon on your team is the favorite of yours, who you think is going to do the most work here. I think I only have like 2 mons that I'm going to bring that are shiny, maybe 3 if I use Heliosk. I don't know, but it's okay. This league is about fun, guys. It's going to be fun, so let's just... You guys are the best. Literally, I think I have the best, like, most supportive comment section, because I know if I go out there and get 6-0'd, you guys are still going to write never lost in the comment section, and you're still going to tell me to bounce back. Every now and then there's a bad egg. We dust that off, baby. That ain't nothing to us, but I appreciate so much all of you for watching to the end of this if you really have. Once again, my name is KyleAye. Please do subscribe if you're new. I will greatly appreciate it. The battles are going to be lit. And hit the thumbs up button if you real. Also, shameless plug in the bottom right-hand corner. Subscribe to twitch.tv/KyleAye for the only emote that matters. That's all I got, Donphans. Roll out.